Hey everybody. Hello. Tzoharayim Tov, as we say in Hebrew, good afternoon. Coming to you live from the Rabbi's study here at Falmouth Jewish Congregation. We have another Monday meditation moments get together for you. Happy to see all of you here, both those of you who are tuned in right now on YouTube and those of you who will connect with us later on whenever it's convenient for you to watch this video, this stream. Glad to be here with you today on this Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial observance. And yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to get myself set up here in my chair here in my study, and I want to encourage you, as always, to get yourself settled in your seat in a position that feels comfortable and appropriate for you. As we often point out, uh, our bodies feel differently from week to week, even from one part of the day to another. So what worked for you last week may not work as well today. So take the time to get yourself really settled in your seat. And when you feel like your body is comfortable, like you're in a good position, I'm going to invite you, as always, to just allow your eyes to be softly and gently closed. It sometimes takes some time to transition into a quiet and meditative place, depending upon what we've been doing before the time that we sit. The day may have been so far quiet and restful, or we may have had a lot to do, a lot of running around, various responsibilities. So each day is different, and each moment is different. And we therefore give ourselves an opportunity to transition into this time of sitting. Nothing is meant to be instantaneous or quick about this. And one of the best ways to move forward is to begin by accepting exactly where you are. Whatever the nature of the energy in your body, in your mind, whatever the emotions or thoughts that might be arising, it is, as we say in modern Hebrew, beseder, it is totally fine. It's okay. Because in order to move ahead, we always begin by accepting exactly how things are and where we are. In this accepting, in this embracing of your spirit, your mind, your body, your emotions, your thoughts, in this radical acceptance, acceptance without judgment, there is what in Hebrew is called ahava, which means love, and there is also what in Hebrew we call rachamim, compassion. There is love because from time to time we may experience a conversation or some other interaction or a long time relationship with someone whose way of relating to us helps us to feel accepted and someone whose way of relating to us allows us to feel safe, accepted and safe in being exactly who we are. And in that acceptance, we may feel love. Love in the sense of being valued for who we are as we are. And we might think of what we in English sometimes refer to as God or divinity, or what the rabbis of the Talmud and the liturgy refer to as Hakadosh Baruch Hu, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy Blessed One. We might think of that presence as being a presence in which we don't have to pretend to be any way other than the way that we are. A presence embodying and sending forth chesed, loving kindness. And we know that the more chesed, the more genuine loving kindness that we allow toward our own experience, toward our own heart, our own being, the more genuine loving kindness, the more genuine chesed that we allow to enter into our lives, the more that we will have to give and share with those around us. For it is when I am feeling generous and compassionate with myself that I may find that I am most able to make room for generosity and compassion and understanding for those around me. We have the famous pasuk, the famous verse from Sefer Vayikra, from the book of Leviticus, Va'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. And there are worlds of meaning that we can unpack and derive from this famous utterance. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. As one great Jewish teacher famously says, this means that we are to love our neighbor who is kamocha because they are like us. At the end of the day, they are human. They wrestle with the same impulses. They struggle with the same realities of human existence as do we. And if I am able to love myself more fully and more deeply and more generously, then I am able to extend that generosity to my Rea, to my fellow, my neighbor. The text does not say love your neighbor more than yourself, love your neighbor above yourself, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And that's where the love of neighbor starts. So again, we return to practicing this kind of self-chesed, this inward-directed rachamim, mercy and compassion, by again returning to just letting yourself be and accepting yourself as you are this afternoon, this day, this moment. And so take a deep, compassionate, kind breath inward and let it go. And one more deep, life-giving nishmat chayim, breath of life. And then again, just let it go. And let's spend the next couple of minutes together just taking an interest in this nishima, this next series of breaths, appreciating the wonder, the mystery of this chiyut, this aliveness, this vitality that we have. And when you notice that your mind has wandered away from taking an interest in your breath, that you have followed a thought or a story or a sound often to some other place of awareness without criticizing yourself in the least, just come back to immersing yourself in the experience of breathing. So we are going, as always, to sing a little together. I pause to mention that someone happily told me the other day that they were enjoying and deriving benefit from these Monday meditations, and at the same time, they were partaking of them in a setting in which they really couldn't sing out loud. So when I say sing together, I feel like it would be good to add if you're able. And if singing aloud seems awkward or not something that feels comfortable for you to do where you are and whatever time it is, that is just fine. You can just listen. Uh, so this is a melody at FJC and other places that we sometimes sing to begin a service, especially on a Shabbat morning. We usually just sing it to Lai Lai, which is fine. And it also has some Hebrew words that go with it, and I wanted to teach those and share those today so we can sing them together. It actually combines two pieces of verses from Tanakh, from the Hebrew Bible. The first phrase is Bechol derachecha da'ehu. A lot of chuz, a lot of chuks in that one. Bechol derachecha da'ehu, which means in all your ways, or literally in all your paths and all your travels. Da'ehu, know God, know the Holy Blessed One. And then another verse that we sing a lot in the Hallel Psalms, Kila Olam Chazdo, for that divine presence, God, if you will, has endless chesed, endless loving kindness. So, Bechol derachecha da'ehu, ki la'olam chazdo. Or you can just sing Lai Lai to it if you want. We'll sing it a few times. It goes like this. Bechol derachecha da'ehu, ki le'olam chazdo. 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 All right. So, take your time, and whenever you feel that you are ready, I invite you to let your eyes open. We are almost out of time, which is kind of amazing. This went by pretty quickly today. And what I just wanted to share with you at the moment is the fact that we move on this week to the second Torah portion, the second parasha in the book of Shemot, the book of Exodus. It is called Va'era. And all I'll say about it in the time that we have is that if you want to dip into Torah study, like weekly Torah study as we do here at FJC on Shabbat mornings at 10 o'clock, we're both online and on Zoom, and also we are in person in the Temple Library. This is a great time to do it because beginning with the story this past Shabbat morning in Parashat Shemot, Torah portion called Shemot, beginning with the story of the enslavement of the Israelites by a new Pharaoh, as the portion calls it. We are really dipping into the foundational stories of the Jewish people, and stories that have really been taken up by groups, many groups, many circumstances outside of the Jewish community have found inspiration for countless liberation movements in the story of Yetziat Mitzrayim, the Exodus, the leaving of Egypt. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you for being here. God bless you for spending some time doing this. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Same time, next Monday. All right, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.